I felt like a gritty performance to bounce back and get a win on a tough Monday night. But I'm hopeful that Monday was a valuable lesson, though painful. Hopefully, it brings a lot of value. And I thought our guys did a great job. I thought we got better in practice, but it was sluggish just because of the mental part. And you need to get this game to get it out your system and move forward. Really happy for Jordan and how he played because he puts the time in. I think the biggest thing with Jordan, believing in Jordan, understanding 7-3, his presence, his physicality, and just the confidence. And I thought Kobe played a great floor game, distributing, attacking the rim, making plays, defending, and an exceptional defensive job with team, but mainly Dejuan and Amari, just embracing the challenge when Hankerson, because he's an elite level scorer, shoots it, pull-ups off the break. In transition, you go into those ball screens, he'll make you pay. But I thought our guys did a great job of really getting in his legs because I thought he had 2 or 3 open looks, but didn't get him to go late. So good team win.
Cuonzo, it felt last year like you ran a lot of pick and roll. Kind of what's been your philosophy on offense with the personnel you have this year?
Really want guys to space out and play because I think we have some pretty good guys off the dribble. But what happens is I have to help them in practice because I think we're holding the ball a little too much. I think, nothing wrong to be anxious to score the ball, but the ball has to move. I think we're best when the ball is moving, being aggressive, getting downhill. But when guys hold the ball, and the difference last year, you had an elite level screener and diver in Jeremiah Tillman. He hit and he dives at the rim. He brings 2 guys with him, so we don't have it at that level yet. Jordan's a big frame, but he doesn't dive at that level. His presence a little different, posting up. Ronnie's a guy that can move at that position. Kobe's a guy that can come off ball screens and set them. But we just have to be better at passing, cutting and moving, then sprinting to a ball screen. But Jordan's not a guy that's going to be setting ball screens all over the floor because you want to keep him out of foul trouble.
Coming into this game, I mean, you talked about playing Jordan situationally. Was this a matchup coming in that you thought you could get something out of him?
Well, again, there's comfort when there's a traditional big. Like he and Yaya, they can play at games like that. When you play teams that have centers that pick and pop, then and I say it to our staff all the time, and I'm hoping one of them hit me across the head and make me do it. But we have to play a zone because it puts those big guys in tough situations, and it's unfortunate. And I have to be better as a coach because you can have a 7'3" guy, 300 pounds, sitting on the bench. Play a zone, give him a chance to play because he has a physical presence. Same way with Yaya, but it's extremely hard to defend perimeter guys big guys that can shoot threes, and you chase them around. That's not good.
Obviously, every win is important, but how important was it to get this win specifically tonight after what happened on Monday night?
Well, again, Monday was a tough loss because I'm a competitor first, but I've coached at all levels, and I respect all levels. So I never want to take away from any team that win a ball game. They won the ball game. They won the game handily. So I think it brought a level of humility to our team. And not that they walked out arrogant or cocky, so I don't want to say that at all. But the thing I've said since June, in November, the ball will tip. And if we don't have a level of grit or toughness when the shot isn't falling, it'll be a long night. And I think that's what happened. We didn't come out with a level of edge, toughness to them. We were casual, and we paid for it. And again, painful, hard to sleep, but hopefully we learn from it.
Cuonzo, I think that Jordan only played like 20 minutes last year behind Jeremiah. What do you think he learned from that experience of just sitting behind a guy who obviously played a lot and is kind of using it?
Well, truthfully, I'm not sure if he learned a lot playing behind Jeremiah. And I say that respectfully because I'm not sure if he believed in who he is, right now. I think it was okay that Jeremiah play all those minutes because he's a talented player. But Jeremiah was probably one of his biggest cheerleaders, too. I wanted to see him do well. But again, I think it's just Jordan understanding that I can be just as good as any big guy. But you have to believe that. You have to put a tremendous amount of hours into it, exhausting hours. You got to get consumed with it. And I think he's probably 75% there.
Is there a moment you kind of saw the light bulb go off for him, like, oh, I
I haven't seen it yet. No, I think he's still getting there. I think there's ways to go, and I say that respectfully because it'll get to a point where he starts coaching me. Coach, here's the ball. This is what I need the ball. This is what I see, coach, and that's what I talk to him all the time. The next step is you have to tell me what the next thing to do, and I think that's the growth because he's an intelligent guy. He understands. He's a physical presence, but he has to love. He has to fall in love with it. I think he's, again, probably 75% there. Once he get to 100%, I mean, he'll be a special talent.
Also, you mentioned,
Well, I think when you, and not to say anybody's selfish, so I want to be clear there, but I think with Boogie Coleman, who plays the one but also a scorer, Mars the guy that scores the ball, Dejuan Quay is the guy that scores the ball. You know, Kobe wants to score the ball. Javon is the guy that'll probably make a sacrifice, but if you saw Javon, I've been knowing Javon since he's probably 3 years old. He shot every ball his whole life. Every time he touched, he wanted to shoot it. But he's mature as a senior and understand what it means to win games and all that. So you have multiple guys that want to put the ball in the basket, but the sacrifice to get to that point, the passing, the screening, the cutting, we have to do that as a team in order for us to be successful.
You said last week you thought this was a pretty good shooting team. Obviously, it hasn't been falling early on. I mean, is it anything other than the balls just not going in? Do you see anything more complex than that?
Well, you know, I thought we probably missed about 13 layups at the rim, 5 in the first half, maybe 8 or 9 in the second half. So that's settling in. And I think the guys can shoot the ball. I don't think we're getting as many clean threes. I think we're settling for threes, but that goes back to somebody has to drive in that lane and be aggressive, get that jump stop, pitch the ball. Just like when Boogie got that layup, Javon drove in the lane, jump stop, pitched the ball. At the end of the first half, Boogie drove in the lane, hit Amari. He missed the three in the corner. It's a good shot. We have to get that. Everybody wants to shoot, and that's okay. But who's going to do the dirty work to get in that lane and get his nose dirty to get somebody else a shot? And that's what it comes down to.
What would you say about Kobe's performance tonight?
He was good. He was good. I still think there's ways to go because in today's game, he's one of those guys that can change a game. Very unselfish. Probably need him to be a little more selfish in attacking the rim. But if he can grasp what it means and to be 6'8", 240, 50 pounds, maybe 60, and just making plays at the rim. He's tough to guard. It's tough for traditional bigs to guard him because he can move. Smaller guys guard him. He never wanted to post up when he first got here. Last year he started late, like wanted to post up, but now he embraces the post up because he can pass. And if he continues doing what he's doing, he's a tough guy to defend.
Those 6 assists he got, can that be a regular thing for him?
I think so. He ran the point for us tonight, but I like to have Boogie out there, and I think Boogie's healthy enough now to have him out there so Kobe can do other things. Because it's when he's running the point, he's at the 4, he's taking the ball out. That's a lot, but not a lot of practice time to get him adjusted. Because I want him to settle in and not get consumed with 6 or 7 different things, just to play and flow, and allow other guys to carry some of that weight so he doesn't have to.
Cuonzo, how do you and your guys use this win, this momentum, as y'all head to Jacksonville to take on SMU?
Oh man, it's just you're just trying to get better, and I'm not one of those guys that sit and say we're young and all that, but you're a new team. There's so many new guys, and really guys that have the ability to score the ball, but not a lot of defensive grit, that mindset. So they're growing into that. So this is a great step, but it's just one game at a time. SMU is a very talented team. They have experienced guards. Coach Jacob has done a tremendous job for years, and we'll celebrate tonight and we'll watch a lot of film tonight and get ready to roll. But it's one game at a time.
Yeah, Coach. You mentioned that on Monday you felt like your team lacked a little bit of grit to it. Do you feel like even though the shots weren't falling tonight, that they had that grit on defense? I saw a lot of guys dive
Oh, yeah.
on the floor and get rebounds.
It's the same stuff what my mom used to tell me. She would say, that stove is hot, but I'd still touch it. And I'd tell those guys that the shot and fall, and you have to defend, rebound, and play hard. So you had to learn the hard way. And it was a painful lesson, but again, hopefully we learn from it.
Cuonzo, you saw Kevin Frazier across the way calling games and a former player. What is it like seeing a former player get involved with the game outside of college basketball?
Oh, it's great. Kevin is family. I love him, and I'm happy for him. But not surprised, to be totally honest with you, because he's an intelligent guy. He's very successful, and he's one of those guys. He can write his own ticket, whatever that is. So not surprised.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.